Welcome to Neuroscience with Fabriella. I'm your host, Fabriella Ariglato, and this is my co-host, Nori. Today we have a special broadcast that was requested by the audience. You guys asked, and I shall provide. This broadcast is dedicated to CBNS 106 Intro to Neuroscience in lieu of an assignment that was created. And boy, do I have a treat for you guys. Today I'll be covering the pharmacodynamics of nitrous oxide, also known as laughing gas, or the street term for it, whippets. But first, let's go over the basics. Pharmacodynamics is the study of what drugs do to our biological processes and how it is done. This includes examining receptor binding and a concept known as agonist versus antagonist. To simplify it, when a drug binds to the receptor site, agonists activate receptors and then will initiate a series of signaling events within a cell, leading to a biological response. By binding and activating the receptor, agonists carry out the same or similar biological responses as a natural ligand would. Antagonists do the opposite and inactivate receptors by blocking the action of a neurotransmitter and inhibiting the effects of natural ligands. So now let's examine what this means in terms of nitrous oxide. When ingesting nitrous oxide, the drug acts as a non-competitive antagonist at the N-methyl D-aspartate, or NMDA receptors in the brain. NMDA receptors are involved in the transmission of pain signals, so by blocking these receptors, nitrous oxide can reduce the perception of pain, making it an effective analgesic for certain procedures. However, when used recreationally, like any drug, it has its negative effects. This right here is a whipped cream canister, and this is how people are using nitrous oxide recreationally, hence the name whippets. Now, if whippets are used irresponsibly, it can cause long-term effects, especially in the brain. Depending on how often and how much is consumed, it can cause a vitamin B12 deficiency, which can cause neurological problems such as nerve damage, numbness, tingling, and difficulty with coordination and balance. This can cause damage to the peripheral nerves especially, and can lead to peripheral neuropathy, a condition characterized by weakness, tingling, and pain in the extremities. Some people that I know who have abused whippets ended up with paralysis from the neck down and even death. Overall, too much nitrous oxide cuts off blood supply and oxygen to the brain, resulting in brain cells dying. Alrighty guys, this wraps up today's broadcast, and I hope this gave you guys a better understanding of the effects of nitrous oxide. And remember, pharmacodynamics is the study of what drugs do to our biological processes and how it does it, and agonists activate receptors, antagonists inactivate receptors, and nitrous oxide is an antagonist at the NMDA receptors of the brain, which can reduce the perception of pain. And lastly, don't do drugs, kids. Again, I'm your host, Fabriella Ariglato, and we'll see you next time.